I want to document how I do my daily scan through my archive. I use a website called Chess Insights, free chess.com insights. It's at https://chessinsights.xyz. And at that site, I put in my username, mouse lip, and say get insights. And it's going to climb through all of my games. So as it pours through this, we see that it's going to show about 4,000 games. But the interesting thing is it actually downloads slightly less than that, I believe. But I think that it ignores unrated or something. I'm not sure. And it makes sense because this is trying to get insights as far as ratings and things like that, I do believe. But let's see here. We're at 3,000. Almost 3,500. Almost 4,000. Okay, we have, it shows 4,518 games. But what I do is I want to go to export, and I want to do custom, and I only want the opponent. So I'm going to export that, and you'll see that I already have a directory that I put it in. It's in my pCloud, looking at FPV's username, and I've used a date with the year, month, and day. And I'm going to save that custom CSV to that directory. Now let me see about switching monitors. Okay, we're back over here on my left monitor. And you'll see that I'm in that directory. And that file is there. This is what it looks like. Just a list of names with opponent at the top. Now I have a script named CDC closed that I've written in Bash. It's not pretty, but it's basically going to go through, it's going to change that file into a file I can execute that uses the curl command, curl, to download information from the API in the chess.com database. And when it's done, it's going to search through that for text like fair play violations, closed, and abuse, because I compile each one of those. And another handy thing is I keep a database of the names of all of my opponents, and I could compare the downloaded opponents to my database opponents and see if any names have changed as well. I catch a few weird things that way. But let's see. I've already got it over here and kind of described. I'm going to start that by saying CDC closed, and I'm going to run it on that file. You can see it's running the curl command on each one of those. Now I change into that directory again. If I do a count of the lines for all the files in here, you'll see that there are 4,545 in the custom CSV file, even though over on the web at the free insights place it said 4,518, and over here we got 4,545. So apparently it downloads all of the games, including unrated, and I think I've got a few games that begin with a setup for sparring on the Chess Dojo, and that's what those probably are. But it takes a little bit of time to go through this. Let's go back to that screen. You can see that it's going through each one, and it's going to take some time. It's going to take, I think on my profile, it takes about 40 minutes. And I actually have a way of timing it. In my script, let's look one more time. In my script, where is it here? I have a start timer. Then at the end, I have an end timer, and then I do a difference and print to the screen how long it took, so I can see how long it took. So we're pretty much going to pause right here and come back. But at the end, I'll show you what we end up with, results from this, and how I also check it for integrity. Because sometimes a curl command does not work for one reason or the other. So I want to verify that. If you look back in here again, WC Tech L star, oops, wrong one. First I have to change into the directory. You see that the custom file has 4545. The one at the top, the 2506-2315-2040, shows 3,174. Now that is the list of opponents, but it also has the header saying opponent at the top. So there's actually 3,173 opponent names, as you see right below that. And what I want to check is the number of lines that show up in my scanned file. You see this one right here, 2506 scanned. You'll see that increases. It's now 276, 281. When it gets done, it should be 3,173. If it's not, then I may have to run the curl commands again to be able to download everything. So we're going to pause at this point and come back when it's done. Oh, something I forgot to mention while this is still going on. I also only count the opponents that I play once. Even if I played them more than once, they only get counted once. That's why there's 4,545 games, but the list of opponents is 3,173 because I want it to be unique. There's a sort command in Linux, sort-u, which means unique, and that way it searches for or sorts only the unique files. So I use that. It sorts the file alphabetically and only unique ones, and then I can compare that with my database. I'll do a database dump and convert that to all lowercase and sort it unique and compare those two, and that way that'll show me if there's any changes to opponents. So back to pausing, waiting for this to finish. How far have we gotten anyway? We are now at 1,158 scanned. So, not even halfway there yet. Okay, we are getting very near the end of the scan of my archive. I want to apologize in advance for the noise. My neighborhood is, there's a lot of construction going on in homes, and my neighbors are always prolific in adding on to their homes, so there's usually a lot of noise and some videoke going on. They love to sing as well, so I apologize for the hammering and the buzzing that's going on. But as you can see, did an integrity check at the end, and it says there was 3,173 and 3,173 matched. The numbers above should match. They do. It took 32 minutes and 24 seconds. Let's take a look what we've got here. Okay. Now if I do a line count on all of these files now, it will show that there are 111 self-closed, 206 players have been closed for fair play violations. And where's the abuse? Oh, abuse players up here. 16 have been closed for abuse. I ran this earlier on just my database without downloading from the Chess Insights website. If I go to if I do a WC TAC L in the directory for earlier, you can see there was also 206, 111, and 16. So there hasn't been any change here. But that shows how many people have been closed. And if we're curious, we could look at percentages, and we'll calculate. We had of 3,173 opponents. We had 206 closed for fair play violation. So 206 times 100 divided by 3,173. That's my percentage. So of all the players in my archive, 6.49% of them, about 6.5 out of 100, have been closed for cheating one way or the other at one time or another. So just wanted to go over how I do this. Some of the people I'm active, some of the people on the cheating forum on chess.com, which is not about cheating, it's about what to do about cheating, know me, and they know that I scan through my archive, and I just wanted to document how that's done in case anybody is curious. Let me know if you watch this and if you gained anything from it, or if your eyes just glazed over because it looks very complicated. Thank you very much. By the way, this is just going to be a raw. At this point in my YouTube career, I am not very well versed in editing, so I just use the raw file.